Good day, everyone. We now focus on Article 2, Section 4 of the 1987 Constitution, which declares the prime duty of the government is to serve and protect the people. This short but powerful statement signals a major philosophical shift in how the state views its purpose. It places the Filipino citizen, not the state itself, at the very center of governance. Earlier constitutions, the 1935-1973 charters, framed the government's duty primarily as defense of the state. This gave primacy to national security and territorial integrity, but it also allowed authoritarian regimes to justify repression in the name of defending the state. The 1987 Constitution, crafted after martial law, deliberately shifted the emphasis from defense of the state to service and protection of the people. This shift reflects the lessons of EDSA that the state exists for the people, not the other way around. This rewarding is not symbolic, it is substantive. Under the new constitutional order, government cannot invoke security of the state as a blanket excuse for authoritarian control. Its first loyalty is to the people's welfare. This embodies a democratic philosophy. Sovereignty resides in the people, and government's legitimacy flows from protecting their rights and lives, not from preserving its own survival. The Philippine National Police is the principal agency entrusted with carrying out this constitutional duty. Its role is to maintain peace and order, ensure public safety, and protect life and property. Importantly, the Constitution requires that the police force be civilian in character. This ensures that security is provided in a democratic, rights-based manner and not through militarized or authoritarian means. The PNP is meant to be a guardian, not a tool of oppression. While the state has the duty to serve and protect, the Constitution also envisions a reciprocal responsibility from citizens. This comes in the form of compulsory service, either military or civil, when required. Republic Act number 9163 or the NSTP law operationalizes operationalizes this principle through three program components: ROTC, literacy training, and the civic welfare service. This reflects the principle that defending the nation and building civic welfare is a shared responsibility of both governments and the people. The constitutionality of compulsory service was upheld as early as People versus Souza of 1938. The Supreme Court ruled that compulsory military service does not violate individual rights. Citizens cannot refuse on the basis of religion, um, family, or hardship. The court reasoned that government's ability to defend its citizens presupposes the right to require their participation in defense. It is a mutual duty. The state protects the people, and the people help secure the state. While the state may require military and civil service, the 1987 Constitution insists that service and protection must not come at the expense of fundamental rights. Unlike the martial law era, national defense cannot be used as a blanket pretext for repression. Protection of the people means preserving human rights, due process, and democratic freedoms, even in the pursuit of security. To conclude, Article 2, Section 4 reshaped the constitutional vision of governance. The government's duty is no longer centered on defending itself. It is centered on serving and protecting the Filipino people. This duty is carried out by civilian institutions like the Philippine National Police and supported by citizens through military or civil service programs. The Supreme Court has affirmed compulsory service as constitutional. Above all, this clause ensures that the people, not the state, remain the center of governance.